The Black Panther. Everyone has been talking about it since its release. I usually got into the premiere bandwagon and catch it early, but this time I just sat back for a while and listened to what people had to say about it. So yesterday I finally watched it. I'm gonna talk about the things that bothers me instead of the great things, because most of the good things has been seen in other superheroes movies before. So the first few minutes of it, with the intro of the meteor hitting Africa and all the land is gifted with extraordinary power and all the tribes rose from nothing, really to me is kinda rushed. What came straight into comparison is how Asgard being introduced in the first Thor movie, or the first few minutes in the Fellowship of the Ring, where the base of the story is being told to the audience. Now, I'm not saying that all movies should be introduced the same way, but it helps to structure it so it won't feel too rushed. I was feeling that the movie is trying to get on with the intro as fast as possibly can, but maybe for a good reason. But for the first part of the movie, I didn't see why they want to do that. The sequence when the Black Panther flew through the shield and revealed Wakanda's landscape really was Star Warsy, because maybe the visual effects are done by the Industrial Light and Magic, but it all what we have seen before. I was expecting that the architecture of it to be better. The styling and language of it is kinda everywhere. It looks kinda like the trash planet in Thor Ragnarok. Nobody has seen Wakanda in movies before, so I was expecting a little bit more, say close to Asgard, how Asgard looks like, to have its own style. And with Asgard you can catch the main throne castle as a focal point, but in Wakanda there's no focal point and everything is too scattered to me. And it got down to its social level and showed elevated train passing above, some holographic communication device being used, but that's all. It was pure visual instead of trying to link it with the characters or the story. To explain to the audience the very fabric of how the Wakanda people live. It's not showing how different is a hidden high-tech nation and its population compared to other countries. The only thing different, that it is hidden. It has all been rushed. Not enough time given to really get us into to care and get into understanding Wakanda and the people. Scene of T'Challa walking in street does not really show that he is the king. Yes, he might be the people's king, but always in movies you can see how they are different. Just when Maximus walked through the crowd in Rome in The Gladiators, or Hector in Troy. The presence is just not there for me. The other thing that bothers me is the soundtrack. Yes, it is African sounding, but the mixing of it all with the visual sequence is just off for me. Looking back to say 1980s Conan movies where Basil Polidoris did the soundtrack, which was totally out of this world, and listening to it really put you into the Sumerian universe. In Black Panther you have these Star Warsy visual sequences, but the music just does not link with it at all. It looks as if the music guy and the visual guy worked on their stuff separately for a year and comped it all together in one day and doesn't care if the whole thing blends together or not. And the character development. We all know that T'Challa is strong from the Civil War, so we need to see how he earned it, like how Peter earned his in the Spider-Man Homecoming. You can see the arc of the character went through pain and misery to get where he is and to deserve his superpower. But with T'Challa, everything was almost too easy for him, almost Mary Sue-ish. And the challenge he fought to be king feels not needed because we all know he's going to win it anyway. The fight sequence was generic and the setup was a bit meh. It brings me straight to the fight sequence in the movie Bahubali. To me, that was better. The fight has no stake, no emotion attached to it, no suspense, and it didn't show T'Challa's character and why he should be the king of Wakanda, other than he is the throne heir after the death of his father. And he is strong because he drinks from the vibranium flower. At the midpoint of the movie, I was losing interest. Moreover, after the Fast and Furious-ish car chase in Korea. The addition of Andy Serkis was great though, because that guy can act. I know Black Panther is gonna win it all anyways because we see Avengers is in Wakanda in the Infinity War. The main villain was okay. The guy has a good reason to go to T'Challa because his father was killed by the king and he lived in the Harlem. You see how the black people struggle and how Wakanda should have helped. Also how he was defeated by Black Panther was meh. And Black Panther decided to open the borders to Wakanda anyways, so the guy's death is kind of like for nothing. Black Panther could have easily get him into the Wakandan lab and fix him and combo with him side by side in the Infinity War. The whole movie is just to say that hey, Wakanda is here, and in the end credit scene it also showing that Bucky is already there. Just to play as a link to the Infinity War, like how Rogue One to the New Hope. Yes, I said Rogue One because Forrest Whitaker. Maybe why Wakanda is important and why Thanos wants to be there is none other than because one of the Infinity Stone is in Wakanda. We know Loki, the Collector, Nova Scotia.
Our Nova Scotia South Coast road trip begins here at the famous Peggy's Cove.
Doctor Strange and Vision have all the stones, and the mysterious Soul Stone might just be in Wakanda. Maybe that's how the flowers are so powerful and brings those who drinks it to the world of the souls. By the way, that's my take on the Black Panther. Not as good as they said, and it is not as good as how I expected it to be. And to me, it is very skippable. Anyway, that is just my thought about it. If you have yours, please do share it in the comment section below. Thanks for watching and goodbye.